Hey gang, it's Drakeen, coming back to you with another tutorial. I realized I didn't cover all of the features. Now, we still have this white page, so the first thing you're going to do is you want to create a landing page. And again, all your artwork, I can't stress it enough, keep everything organized. For the purpose of this, I just put mine on my desktop. And so for the landing page, we're going to use the same image we used before, and literally all you're doing is, now I don't know if it'll drag a HTML file, but we'll see if this works. I don't know. It looks like it is. We'll drag this into Roll20 and boom, there it is. Again, you want to keep your files between 5K and 10K. These four buttons down here, these are a new addition from Roll20, and I got to tell you, I am so grateful for these buttons. Before, if you wanted to move something, and these are just different layers basically. Before, if you wanted to move something to a different layer, you had to right click and just choose one of the layers. Currently, everything when you drag things in, it's on the current layer that you have selected here. So you can see I'm in the token layer. So token layer, GM layer, the lighting layer, and the map layer. So you are playing primarily with all your tokens on the token layer, which is why everything is kind of dragged in. So when you're dragging in assets from your journal, we don't have any right now, but we'll create those in another video. You'll be dragging them in from here into the token layer. So this doesn't move and somebody doesn't actually select it, because you can select things and players can select things on the token layer to some degree. And then, so we're going to move this to the map layer so it doesn't move. If it's on the map layer, it can't be selected by accident. So now you see a couple things happen. We're still in the token layer. We're on whatever this green button is here, and this has been moved to the map layer. The settings, and you'll bring up something like this. The board color white is a bit much, so we're going to make this kind of gray. Okay. The backdrop color will adjust, I think, and dominant color for map on. That's fine. Grid type on. So one thing that's kind of cool is the grid color. So this is all dealing with the grid. Because it's Rime of the Frost Maiden, we're going to kind of make it look like ice. I'm going to choose this cyan color here, and then you'll see the effect. Looks a little easier. It's a little cooler on the eyes. We can even make it a little bit darker since it's kind of bright. We'll just make the board color dark gray. Okay. Much better look at. Okay. So I still can't select it because I'm still in the token layer, so I want to go to the map layer. And again, it didn't used to be this easy. These buttons are a new feature for Roll20, just kind of rolled out. And now you can see I can move it. And remember, to move anything or select anything, you have to have the select button. If I have this selected, I can't, it's doing, it's the rule for, you're measuring something now. You have to, so if you can't move something, just check, make sure you got it selected. So now, you can set the dimensions in several ways. You can just really click and drag and make it bigger, and then adjust your page accordingly. That's one way to do it. And go back into settings for that, and you'll see the page is 25 by 25. So we'll make it 50 by 25 and see if that's any better. Generally, you want your pages wider than you do tall. So most people are playing on a monitor that's horizontal and not vertical. So there you go. And close that. Zoom out. And you can see it's much better as far as dimensions. So we'll just pull it out here, and we'll just cut off the end here. So usually there's a little icon that says page up here, but for some reason it seems like there's been an update because there's a little briefcase here and now it's a folder. So this yellow bookmark is usually a bright red bookmark that says players in the other version, in the non-updated version, I guess. But I guess they're still updating this. So it's literally happened since the last video was shot. But anyway, so on your landing page, I would use this for several things. You can put stuff on the GM later, like notes about what's going on with the party. I like to also put notes or rules or homebrew rules that I forget sometimes on this page. If you put it on the GM layer, I selected the blue GM layer, the party won't be able to see it. Only you can see that. The lighting layer is used for dynamic lighting. So I want to run through the settings in here real quick too. So dynamic lighting, these are the switches for it. This turns it on. You don't really need to turn it on obviously for your landing page, but just turn it on for purposes of this. Generally people use update token on drop, which means if you don't have that turned on, people can kind of see as they're moving their token, which, you know, isn't as, how can I say this? It's generally better to move than see. Just as far as like, so you can't sort of scout out areas that you haven't moved into yet. You know, as a player, that's as much as I can say about that. And then save settings. You can see the map got a little darker because of dynamic lighting. We don't have any tokens yet, so I can't show you vision or dark vision or things like that. But that's pretty much how you create your landing page. And you know, you can be as creative as you want on what you want to put on the landing page. You can put objects on here. I'm not going to do all that, but you know, notes, anything that's really relevant to your game. And that's pretty much that.